Boom, boom. Remember. Okay. Okay. I remember. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Forge 2.0. Yes, I'm back. There we go. That's better. Never mind the barrels that are up top. My tripod had a little mishap this morning as I was setting up the put it in to hold my camera, and well, we had a little incident and the tripod went down. So we're just leaning right now, but I'll get it fixed later on today. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. It has been a while. Oh, what can I say? I've improved on some things. I have worked on parts of myself that I needed to attend to and listen to, because ultimately, most of us know our body is always, at least from what the science says, our body is always trying to tell us if there are certain things that are wrong, right? Always, always trying to tell us. We have to listen. So, there was a time before, as a lot of you may know, where I was live on Twitch, I was live on Twitter, I was live on TikTok. Certain things just weren't, it's just, well, it is what it is, right? So I had to step away because I was doing 5 shows a week, which was fine. I wasn't focusing on getting the proper sleep and a proper, how could I say, mental issues I might have been dealing with, as far as making sure my head was always in the right space, right? Always. So, that being said, I'm back. I think I've got my sleep patterns and all that, so I am fully rested. Before it was, okay, let's get up. Boom. I'm still rah, right? But I've been working on my sleep to make sure I get enough sleep where I'm not just. Oh, anywho, how's everybody been? It has been a while. I know. I do. It's been through some interesting times. You know, I still find it. One of the things I did want to talk about on my "I'm Back" episode. It's, as you all know, I do a lot of where I'm checking this, checking that, always looking into what's trying to make sure I'm always what people are doing for this. Are they, for as far as better relationships, better quality of life, for, as we do here, forge a better version of themselves, or working on forging a better version of themselves. And it still, even, well, what am I, 2.5 years doing this, right? That it blows my mind that people are still living their life according to other people, all right? That we haven't fully taken, I guess, how would I say, not living our lives according to how we want to live them, which is very odd to me that we're still. Oh, my bad. I don't get it, but what are you going to do? You know? So, but no, just, oh, how could I say this? Afraid. You know, I've also been working on trying to. I still, most of the time, don't think before I speak. Hey, some of us have things we're all working on. Mine is whatever thoughts in my head, I speak them into existence, as it were. Fun times, but it's still funny, like I said, that we are still so afraid to live our lives how we want them, on our terms, according to our rules, that we still, oh, how can I say this? I do apologize. I wanted to do a little bit of this live on Facebook or my Facebook group. I'm guessing because on this group I only have 268 people, I can't. Such a shame. Such a shame. I'll probably be able to send it here, and which would be why I probably can't go live on my Facebook. I just wanted to give them a little taste. But apparently, yeah. Oh well, what are you going to do? I guess I have to switch back to my personal Facebook page to do it, which is all right. It is. Which, of course, yes. So you must still have to have, it's really odd. But, anyways, back to this. No, it's been an interesting last 4, 5, 6 months where when I stopped doing the straight lives on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. So it's been interesting, but it's been gnawing at me too, because at the same time, I want to be doing lives. I've been doing pre-recorded. Everything's been, I record it and then put it out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m., right? Outside my little camera issue this morning. 5 minutes to put it up. But what are you going to do, right? So it's been fun. This has been great. A learning experience, as it always is, and it always should be. If we're not learning, we're just going through. I think it maybe takes a little bit of the mystery away from what we want to do. My thing, Forge 2.0, right? Outside of those, just gonna try something real quick. Okay, apparently you can't. No. All right then. Oh. We're having some camera issues. No, we're not having camera issues. All right, that's better. Sorry. Seeing the barrels up on my locker behind it in my little makeshift studio was just a little nice. There we go. That's better. A little bit. Working on my table as such. So this is still interesting because apparently, as a lot of you may know or may not know, you are able, if you're on your phone or a tablet, you can be live on YouTube. If I go to my laptop, I have to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't understand how that program works. This is fascinating. You know, I'm going to take use of it to better my show, Forge 2.0. I do hope a lot of you will come up. I know it's still relatively new. I do have people that will jump on and do, whatever. It's always good stuff. But my thing is, I enjoy, and I kind of want to jump on Facebook, but I'm not, because I enjoy talking live. I do. Because if I get people to come on and that want to give a little part, actually join in the conversation with what I'm talking about, I like that go back. I do see a lot of the other people that are putting out their podcasts where they all record it, and then later when somebody comments, then they can go back and comment if they want. I like, going back and forth and doing that. I do. I enjoy it. That's what I think part of it is. Kind of like, as they do on radio shows in the morning on the radios when you're on your way to work or on your way to coming home. I'm not sure that people like they used to just listen to the radio. I don't know if that's still, at least in my town. It's kind of, they're always talking about, oh, do you do podcasts? Do you vlogs? Right? So, as much as I want to light up everything that Forge 2.0 is on, the TikTok, the Twitter, and all that, I had to pull myself away from thinking, because there were people on there that they were actually, I mean, granted, they were humans, okay, but there were a lot of bots. And if you're putting yourself out there and you're doing your thing, and that's what makes you happy, and you feel that it makes other people happy, people get a kick out of it, right? Sitting there and just listening to people yak and I don't want to say it, I might be shooting myself in the foot, but the internet has allowed cowards and dumb people to be able to unite. Okay? I'm sorry. Somebody has to say it. All of us are thinking it. All of us. It's, oh, you can't say this, you can't say, yes, that's what the whole freedom of speech is. All right? People are going to be offended. Sorry. You're not going to not say something and be true to yourself and not offend somebody in the country. You're not. You're just not. Okay? Hell, sometimes even on a planet, you're going to say something if you're speaking from the heart. And you're going to say something that offends somebody. Somebody is going to cry, oh, you hurt my feelings. You're not going to get away with it. Okay? You're just not. But like I've said before, Forge 2.0 awesomely is blessed with being listened to in 101 countries. Now, this was back about 6 months. That was one of my goals, to be listening to, as much of the world as I could be. Once I got up to 101, I stopped counting the different places. And I stopped trying to get people to open up and say what countries they were from. That tended to be a difficult thing for a lot of people to do, to open up about where they were listening to Forge 2.0. It was kind of, it was funny that it was such a thing. It's such a big issue where you live to listen, you know, to a show. I kind of find it odd that people didn't want to answer. I respect you. You don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. It would be cool, though, to know, a lot of the different places that I am being listened to. Awesome. So, still working on the monetization, having a good time doing this. I know it doesn't jump out. I understand that. I do. Right? One day at a time, one step closer to that goal. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't quit. And there you go. You do your thing. But it's going back to what I was saying about the bots and the people that are just kind of are cowards to live their life, and all they can do from afar is either shame people or just try to get other people banned or canceled or whatnot. As you all know, when I was on TikTok, I want to say at least twice during each show. Yeah, twice during each show. Sorry, let me rephrase. Twice during each show when I switched to 9 p.m. That's what happened. When I was doing the daytime at 6, Monday through Friday, back then, it was, we had a good conversations with everybody. I had a strong pulling. There were some people that were upset. I was doing fairly well on that. But, at the same time, it's maybe not genuine. There were a few that were genuine, and a few that, you just pretending or whatnot, the disingenuousness of everything, right? And you start to wonder, okay, so when we see something, when we're watching a show and you think, oh, I like this, this is a cool show, is our first instinct or our first thought to throw shade, depending on if we like what they're talking about or the person. Now, if we don't like the person, but they've got good points, are you still going to throw shade? Right? If, I've been doing a little bit of research into this about if we don't find the person attractive or they're ugly, that can somewhat dictate how we respond, which I understand sex sells. I believe it's the oldest profession in the world. It's always going to be there. But at the same time, I know if we find the person attractive, we're more likely to, what's going on? Ooh, hey, yeah, he's got, or he or she, or whatever, has, okay, I'm digging this. I could watch them. May not agree with what they're saying, but I can watch that. But it blows my mind that even if you don't find them, eye appealing, you just throw shade. And a lot of people do. Not everybody, but there is a lot. I mean, in the grand scheme of all the population of the world, no. But if you sit and you think, you just go, wow, this is really petty. You know what I mean? That we would sit and we would just throw shade or negativity towards somebody because we don't believe in what they're saying, or we don't agree with it, or it's not what my thoughts, my values. So screw you. Instead of listening to the other person and getting their point of view. And when I mean listening, let them finish a thought. I've been watching a lot of that where people will go back and forth and talk. Like I said, here on FORGE 2.0, we don't talk race, we don't talk religion, we don't talk politics. We don't. All that shit gets left for somebody else to sit there and argue with people about. Here is all about forging a better you. It's about building that mindset, changing it from that fixed mindset that a lot of you have to the growth mindset that more of you should have. Okay? That even if you fail at something, you keep pushing forward because it's a learning experience. You learned what not to do instead of, oh, I suck at this, I can't get it. No, you don't suck. Sorry about that. You just learned how not to go at a certain problem. That's the wrong solution for that. Obviously, it didn't work. Let's try another one. It's a learning experience. Okay, we don't quit. We don't give up. You don't stop until you are where you want to be. I know there is. I'm getting away from that. The bots and the people hating, shade. Don't worry. Follow me on this train. Don't worry. Follow me on this thought train. A lot of you know. Yes, I was diagnosed at a young age with ADD, ADHD. If I remember correctly, I might have had them both at the time because it was when this was just coming out. I've navigated my life quite successfully. I've been blessed, thank you, with usually landing on my feet and being strong enough here to pull myself out. Granted, I was at the same time procrastination. We were like buddies, okay? Procrastination became a friend of mine. As much as I didn't want him to, he became a friend. So that's one of my things that I still strive to make sure I don't allow to come into my my life, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that is something that I wouldn't say it's a complete struggle, but I do have to make sure. Okay, whoa, wow, man, you gotta take care of it because you will feel better when it's taken care of and it's not there. You're like, at the time, it's like, oh, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it, in a couple days. No, let's just get it done now. This way I don't have to worry about it. Right? So, in essence, with that, I've found that sometimes if I take care of something, then it comes back in about a week. Wait, did I already do that? Don't I have to get this done? Yes, you already took care of it. Because of everything that's going through. But I'm working on it, people. There is, I forget what her name, you know what? I know she did a TED Talk. And let me see, ADHD TED Talk. Who, was it her? I think it was, I believe, 95% the one that I was talking about that I watched, Jessica McCabe. Okay, she was, I believe, one of the last, at least for the ADHD, TED Talks that I watched about that people with ADHD should have are entitled or worth, not entitled. Sorry, I used the wrong word. They're not entitled. They are allowed to have a successful, plentiful, bountiful life. Things might be a little bit difficult the way they look at things or the way their brain, works, but they allow. We can do it. We should. And I watched her TED Talk, I think twice, maybe 3 times, only because that's one thing that Forge 2.0 is looking into about doing a TED Talk. It's obviously I'm going live for 7.5 5 billion people. Yes, the planet. So I have no problems with camera. No problem with going out and speaking in front of people. It's just sometimes I have so much so much to say that I go all over the place. I jump. Yes, I know. I still have to get back to the people that hate us and why we or throw shade when somebody's doing their thing that makes them happy. I didn't forget. I told you I'm working on things, right? But after listening to her podcast, her TED talk, it was quite inspiring. Let's put it like that. Oh, excuse me. Inhale. Sorry about that. Had to get my water. The tea is gone. Anywho, back to what I was saying. But no, working through this with the procrastination and that. And yes, I'm cool with being with coming out and saying that. Okay, we all have little things that we have to work on. Mine is I've got to keep with the procrastination, keep it at bay. I do have to work on thinking before I speak, pausing, taking a breath. I do have to work on that. I saw, and I'm expanding. I've been trying to work. Attempting. I've been doing pretty good. 60-40. I'm working on speaking better, right? Big thing. Not really learning how to speak, but using more than just 5 words, right? Or 20 words or whatever it is, however many words that you use, expanding your vocabulary. There are many thousands of words in the language. Use them. You don't got to be stuck to about 30 of them. But it's still, I find it, I found that while working on ourselves, sometimes we can discover other things that maybe we had maybe some other underlying issues that were there that we didn't even know, which is good, but also a bummer, right? Because you think, okay, I've got to work on. I got to work on my procrastination, right? I've got to work on expanding my vocabulary. I've got to work on thinking before I speak. There you go. Treat things, right? Yes, I said treat them. And you go, okay, this, and this. And then while doing this, you realize that, do I also have this to work on? Wait a minute. Do I got to work on this? Do I got to work on that? That's not cool. As a matter of fact, that's bad. Excuse me 1 second. All right. Much better. Do apologize, but thank you. Something was going on back there. I don't know. I did step outside earlier. There was an unfamiliar smell. And you know how I don't think it's pollen. I think that pollen time is off, but something has been working behind my nose. I just couldn't go anymore. Something was just in the back there, just like, we're gonna mess him up a little bit. Yeah, let's throw this in there. Much better. Got it. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. To clean myself out. You guys are great. Outstanding. Thumbs up. You're awesome. Anywho, back where were we? Where were we? Yes, the even if we have underlying, like working on, if we do have ADHD or you have the ADD or whatever things you're working on, procrastinating, which is, I know a lot of us still work on or still have to deal with. You find while working on one thing that you might have this and this, and it's always good because now you know. So you can start to work on it as you progress forward, right? Which is a great thing. Progressing forward. It is. It's a great thing. You've got to be able to move forward. Even as one step is still one step. Slow progress is still progress. Right? It's not, you don't have to do leaps and bounds. I know I often brought that up with several people that I interviewed when I first started. They've made leaps and bounds, but they also do something different than what I'm going into. Right? God bless them. They're kicking ass. Awesome. Love it. I couldn't be happier. I am one of those, if we become friends, where I want to celebrate and when you do better. I want to celebrate when you level up, when you get, you're moving up in life, you like level up, you hit that boom, that notch, that next step getting you closer. I'm right there with you. Congratulations. That's awesome. Proud of you. You put the work in, you deserve it. So in saying that, let me go back to, while I still find it hilarious that a lot of us still live our life according to other people or live our life according to, society this and society that. No. It's your life. Does society paying your bills? No. Now, do you have to, kind of curtail and just not blatantly just go out and hurt everybody's feelings? You might want to think about that. I've often thought about turning Forge 2.0 into a shock jock kind of podcast. I was thinking about it. It did pop up in my mind across when I was just doing searches and this and. But do I just want to go out and attack? Do I want to be known as that person that will just goes out and attacks people? No. I do have some extreme views on a couple of things, but like I said, this isn't political. But do I want to just go and attack everybody? No. I want to build people up. Like I said, I want you to put some stock in yourself, invest in you. I want you to understand that it is your life. Live it on your terms, right? I want you to forge a better version of yourself. Now, is that going to happen in a month's time? No. It's going to take a while to forge our better versions. Are we going to get to our best version? No. No, you're not. Because then we would be perfect. And none of us are. We all have issues that we all have to deal with. We're human. You're gonna make mistakes. So forging a better version always gives us a goal every day, every year to work on. Something to work on. Now, in forging a better version of ourselves, does this help us with our life? Most assuredly. Does it help us with our goal and relationships? More than likely. Will it help you with where you want to be in a career, or whatever you want to do for your income? Right? Most likely. Yes. So there you go. Stop living your life according to other people or what you think society wants you to live. Just live your life. You will find your people. 7.5 billion, you're not, I don't want to say I can guarantee you're not the only one, but I doubt you're the only person. Go on a search bar. Go Google or whatnot, I guarantee you'll find your people. Like I said, depending on what you want to do. I was told to find my niche, right? Oh, cool. Find my niche, you know, find your audience. It's that part for me in doing the show has been, I guess, difficult because, well, my niche is motivation, which I feel you can have every day. I know there are people out there that says, no, you're not always going to be motivated, that you got to have that discipline. Hey, to each their own. Everybody has. I feel, me personally, that I can be motivated. I choose to be upbeat every day. I choose not to, I got to do this again. I choose to look at the brighter side of things. I choose to look past whatever negativity there is in front of me. Okay, I look past it. I see the possibilities of what could be. That's where I choose. Okay, just like your affirmations. When you put your affirmations out and you're like, all right, money flows to me. I welcome abundance. I welcome prosperity. I welcome health and wealth. I welcome, all this into my life, and I expel all this negativity, all the bad juju. I welcome all the good juju, and I hope nothing but good for everyone. I hope they get, I hope they win the lotto, or they win something they didn't even realize they played. Right? I hope they do good. I hope this one show gets picked up. I hope they find sponsors for this. You put all that out. I see the good. I choose to see this. So when I hear people that have been doing this longer than me, people that are actually making millions of dollars, where they say this, like I said, to each their own, right? To each their own. But at the same time, it's like, why, people look up to you or people listen to your show. You've just taken away something about motivation. Now, I know you didn't say that you're not always, that you're not, but it's everybody's like, oh, screw your motivation. You may not wake up motivated. You got to have that discipline. It takes a lot of time to train that discipline into yourself. I can see where they're coming from. I don't want to just completely say it's bullshit, because to each their own. We all have different views on things. So maybe that's their view. Maybe they wake up and at a certain, I guess, depending on what time, what generation they're from, right? Maybe they didn't always, it's just like, oh, let's go, right? It's not like you have a montage and there's a song behind you, whatever theme song was, and all of a sudden, after 3 minutes of the song going there, you come out and it's been like a couple months or whatnot, or a year or so, and you're just like, yeah, you're kicking ass, right? But it's more like, they might have went through some hardships, and they relied on discipline because they just woke up. For me specifically, I can't speak for everybody else, but me specifically, I wake up, I'm like this. Let's do it. Let's shake the very foundation. Let's get people moving. Let's get the juices flowing, to get the blood circulating, get that creativity, get that growth mindset punching through whatever obstacle, whatever wall you might hit. Okay? Let's just go. Bring out that warrior in each and every one of us. Hence, my samurai buddy to the right of me, and yes, the Dragonborn. Yes, from Elder Scrolls to the left. But I think he's going to become a permanent fixture behind and associated with the Forge 2.0. I might look at other photos because, or see if I can find other tapestries, because I think it was good to portray that. That's become a part of the Forge 2.0, is we're forging better versions of ourselves, right? And we're all warriors. Now people say, "Well, I'm not dueling. I'm not in the military. I'm not a warrior." No, might be some softer warriors versus some harder warriors. Okay, but you're all warriors, because according to the dictionary, definition of a warrior is someone who fights, and we're all fighting for something. You're fighting for where you want to be in life, what you want to be doing. You're fighting for proper mental attitude. Each of us is fighting for something. So in essence, you're all warriors. You may not be the skill honed MMA, or a boxer type warrior, or you're that martial artist, right? You may not. Where you come in, right? No, that's fine. I would encourage you to look into it, because strengthening the mind and body can definitely help. And being a person with a martial arts background, it's definitely improved my quality of life. I guess that part of me, having that discipline as such to do that, right? But it's, you are, each and every one of you. That is annoying the hell out of me. And flap keeps flapping open. Each and every one of you are warriors. You're all fighting towards one certain kind of goal, honing your skills to be better. So I've been briefly looking around, going, following my warrior training thought there about different warriors and different aspects, and how I look at it as each kind of warrior brought a certain trait into battle. Okay, they were strategic, they were tactical, they were ferocious. Okay, their mindset that they had. A lot of them are similar, yes, but I feel, at least from the research I've done, that a lot of different warriors brought a lot of different personality traits into each battle, which can be not just looked at as a violent tool, but I feel that can be used in aspects of life. And yes, I borrowed this after I saw the new Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan, where he said, kung fu, everything is kung fu, and he said that, and it wasn't probably the first time I heard it, but it was at a time in my life where I had been maybe thinking a little more clear on certain things, and he said that, and it got me thinking. You're young and dumb. Oh yeah, you know everything, and people can say things even if you have no idea what the subject is. Oh yeah, I know. We all have those times in our lives where I know. I remember it. I remember 6 15, 16, 15 or 16. And I can honestly remember my grandfather telling me something. Yeah, yeah, I know. Grandma, yeah, yeah, I know. You know, my parents, yeah, I know, I know. And then you think back, and you go, I didn't know. I did. I just said, yeah, I know. Not a clue. Not even a clue. You know, there you go. Right? So I do, that's been a thing with me that's been kind of revolving around my mindset now about, that having that warrior attitude, that warrior instinct. Not just, and it's not people hear warriors, and like I said, most people automatically, oh, you think warrior, oh yeah, they're violence. No, it could be used throughout life. That instinct, okay? You're not. It doesn't have to be against someone. You could be against something. Okay, so you want a goal. All right. How would a samurai look at this obstacle? How would they go? How would they approach it? What would their tactics be? What strategies would they put in place to reach their goal? Right? What would the Spartans do to reach their goal? What strategies would be put into place to get to where they want to be? See what I mean? And I myself had to kind of put that into perspective yesterday. As you all know, while I'm doing the show, there are a few things that I'm still working on. Wrote a book. I've got to get it published. I am turning it into an ebook. I know I've talked about it. I've got to make it happen. Procrastination has been kind of fighting me on that one. There might be a little bit of me being scared about putting it out there and it not doing too well. That very well could be it. Very well could be the issue, right? So, but it is one thing I have to get done. I am working on a comic book. It's it's going to be hilarious. I think it's action, hilarity, a little dirty, but I think it's good. And yes, I feel that somebody can be motivating and yet be playful at the same time. So you don't have to, oh, I'm trying to be here, but you can't, no. All right? No. I feel that you can do one and the same. You can do both. I can have a comic. Might be a little raunchy, right? But it's fun. It's hilarious. But I can still do this. But I was also working on a few other things. And like I was going to start an e-commerce store, believe it or not. But I decided against it because, to be honest, spoke with some counsel about it. And I remember I know a lot of you may not like this, may or may not like the person, but I remember one of the things Arnold said was he hates listening to people that have a plan B. Well, if I can't do this, I always have a plan B to fall back on. It's my safety net, but if you're putting time into plan B, you're taking away from plan A. And that struck a chord with me because, as my saying is, a saying I've adopted that I borrowed from somebody that I was given permission to, where focus goes, energy flows. And yes, I always turn to my mission board over there because I know it. Where focus goes, energy flows. I do. I've slowly been ingraining it into my body. Where focus goes, energy flows. But I always look to where I have it written down. And I want to actually erase some of that and write it in a different way so that it speaks to me. Right? So I stopped. And I said, all right, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to add another thing on to my list of what I'm trying to get done right now. Focus on one thing, and then you can grow from there. So I've stopped doing that. I'm still working on the book because the book was the predecessor to the show. The book, I wrote the book first, even before 3 years, 2.5 years ago. This will be year 3, but even before I started the show, the book was already wrote. I was just because it's a how-to manual, and it's a how to cut the bullshit out of your life. That's all it is. Simple, straightforward. Doesn't give it's not about my life, right? It's just things that quotes and mindset phrases that I've picked up in my 46 falls or autumns throughout my life. I think it's good stuff, and it does. The way I look at it, and most, I believe, intelligent people, when I do get it out, the way they'll look at it is, it cuts any excuse you can come up with of why you shouldn't have a better life. Even if you're afraid, it cuts through all of that. So every excuse, every little safety net, I can't do this because of that. Oh, I can't do this because of that. Well, I can't do this because of this. So every excuse you can come up with outside of you obviously, honestly, having a severe a mental issue, i.e., like depression or one of those things that a lot of people are affected with, but they still deserve to have a bountiful and plentiful life. Okay. Outside of that, because they're might be working through some other some other, I guess, advanced issues, because that's really something that you have to watch. It could help. I'm not saying it will just it, but every excuse, as far as excuses, okay, when you come up with, I can't do this because of because I can't do this because I can't because all those becauses, this book destroys. All right. So I've got to get that out. But I've also got to, all right, let me put my focus back in, because I've kind of spread myself out. Put my focus back in the show, back into the podcast, put it back out. That's why I went live this morning. Right? I put a thing on Instagram. I put a thing out on the TikTok. We'll see how many supposed fans or friends come and watch. So, or come and see us, because I know it will get put out. When I close it, it'll go right out. Right? Good stuff. But like I was saying, it's took me a minute to, all right, put it down into one thing. All right, let's do this. Focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. So this is boom. Now, am I saying I'm going back to 5 days a week, every day at 6 o'clock? I don't know. I might be. But I'll still at least be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I want to hit you in the beginning of the week, or the work week. As a lot of even though Saturday and Sunday are still times to make new friends, business ventures, you can still make money on the weekends. Right? It's not about Monday through Friday, that's it, and then Saturday and Sunday you regroup, refresh, recharge. Oh, most assuredly, yes, you can. But the opportunities that are available Monday through Friday during a business week are still there on Saturday and Sunday. You may not be able to go to, make a bank deal, or the stocks and the bonds and all that, and work with that, from my limited knowledge in that area. You may not be able to do that, but you can still do business, make business deals, come up with a business plan. You can still work on ways to progress your life. So Am I going to do it? I might. Maybe. I enjoy this. I really do. Besides, today was day one and fully getting up and waking up at 5 o'clock. I have been slacking 6:30, maybe 7. Uh, I started waking. I have been so I went to sleep at 10:30, I believe, just because from a change of going to sleep at 12 or 1, and then waking up at 6:30, maybe 7. This was quite the change. It's refreshing now. So I got what 6.5 hours of sleep. This is good. If I went to sleep at 7 or 10, cooled down at 9:30, then was by 10 o'clock, that would have been 7 hours. I think that's good. Wake up at 5, get your things accomplished. I take a lot of what other people do, and I put it into like maybe things that I do. I might not be out there like The Rock, hitting them weights. This is my anchor. I have my own ways to gravitate or, make sure my anchor's in place. Right? But that doesn't mean it's not a good thing. Just because I don't do it and they are, that doesn't mean that I'm not anchoring myself, it just is instilled in what I want to do, and it's what I'm leaning towards, and what I'm working on isn't set, ingrained in me, I just go about it in other ways. Would I like to enjoy fitness that early again? I could see it happening. I could. I really could. Wake up at... If I'm waking up at 4, I would have to be asleep by 9. Just to... Wow. Yeah. So you figure, wake up at 4, you're at the gym by 4:30. Ooh, that's kind of close. Out of the gym by 5:30. Home, a quick shower, and then ready to do the show at 6. Could be. Or I could just wake up, get myself in that mindset that I'm always in. Kabam! Turn it on. And do the show. Then go to the gym, which you still can do. So, like I said, always working on ways to improve yourself. Forge a better version of you. That's what Forge 2.0 is all about. That's what the Wild Man stands for. I'm here to help people expand your minds, that mindset, to help people realize that, yes, you have a choice. You can choose to wake up on the right side of the bed every day. You can choose. There is no wrong side of the bed. You woke up. You're doing something right. So how can it be wrong if you woke up for another day? When whoever watches this episode, let me know. If I know you can do comments. I really, honestly, I've been looking, but I forgot where the comments would be. The episodes on YouTube. So I'm looking into that. I might be putting some free or some episodes on Rumble, because I did sign up for Rumble. Forge 2.0 is on Rumble. I'm looking into that. But, yeah, I want to know what people's responses are. I got to look and see where the comments would be. Got to get back onto things. See, where the focus goes, energy flows. I've pulled myself thin over the last few months, which has been bad. And I got to bring it back and hone that focus back into it. Focus on the one thing, and then boom. You know what I mean? So, it's all right. It's been eye-opening. This has been amazing. This whole process that I've been going to, and like I said, don't try to rush it. I've been learning and looking into that, and it's I've heard it's like your time will come. Don't try to make it happen if it doesn't. Just give up. No, you didn't fail. You just found a way not to do that. You learned. This solution doesn't work for this problem. Let's try another solution. How can we solve it? We all I know we all want to get rich. We all want money, 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 money. I'm no exception. I want to be rich. I want money. I want to be able to get money so that I can live my life that I want to live, but at the same time, have a shirt worth goddamn shirt doesn't open up. Right? Anyhow, but I want to be able to use my money to help influence other people. Does that mean just give people money? No. Okay? I'm not there yet. But to allow me to reach other people, to allow me to speak through other avenues of approach, i.e., the radio. Maybe a Forge 2.0 on a radio. I've kind of been looking into that. Yes, just to try to see. It seems though the more succinct or simplify my question is, the broader the answers are when I go into Google. So it's like, all right, how do I do this? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I don't want to go this. I don't want to sign up for this. I asked a simple question. Okay, how can I do this? So hopefully I'll reach that. That I'll get there. I think when I'm asking certain questions, meaning I can see. Uh, Anyhow, I think I'll figure it out. It'll be good things, but I'm looking to do this more. I did enjoy it, getting on, doing it live. Like I said, it's what coming out raw here. There's no editing. I don't edit my episodes, as many of you know. There is no editing. Just come out, boom. That's it. That's what you get. If I say something that's offensive, if it's honestly offensive, more than likely I'll apologize. More than likely. Honestly, if I said it to hurt somebody, that's one thing. But if I'm just saying, oh, I don't agree with that, all right, then fine, you don't agree with it. That's it. Let it go. All right? Because, once again, this is why I stay away from race, religion, and politics. Because me telling you, it's a real simple thing. You want to better yourself, right? You want to work on forging a better you? Step one, don't be a scumbag. Now, some people will take offense to that. What do you mean I'm a scumbag? I didn't say that. I said don't be one. It takes zero money to be a decent human. Zero. And you know what? You can do it. You can be a decent human, not for likes. You can just decide to be a decent human. It's that simple. Now, some people would tell me, oh, wow, man, you can't say that. You can't say that. You're going to get canceled. Why? Because I told people to be better? Because I told people, you know what, you could be a decent human. Each and every one. I have faith in each and every one of you that you can be a better human. So, I think you all have it in you. I think you all have that warrior spirit in you, that you all can work towards forging a better version of yourself. And I'm here to help you. But that is all the time we have right now, at least for this episode. I will see you most likely on Friday, 6 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me. Not entirely sure still if I'm going to go back to 5 days a week. Like I was saying before, that's the thought that I was thinking. I forgot. Monday, I want to hit you at Monday, get you started off right in the week. Wednesday, see how you're doing in the middle of the week. And then Friday, closing out the week with, you know, where did you get to? What goals did you reach? Did you inspire anybody? That's become a thing with me about, did you inspire anybody in your journey to better yourself? Was what you were doing, did it kind of rub off? Or people like, I see what you're doing over there. How do you think I could use whatever you're doing to turn my life around, or aspects of my life that I don't really like? Would it help work on these? Yes, it would. Let me show you. Right? So Monday, get you started. Wednesday, check on you. Friday, see how you ended. Closed off. This way, then, that still kind of gives you the temporal thought. That's not the word. But that thought of, okay, Saturdays and Sundays is still time for me to unwind, to recharge, recap, relax, see, okay, I did this and this and this. What do I need to work on? And what's my next move? Figure out my strategies of where to go next. This is what I accomplished during the week. Okay, next week I want to work on this. I want to curtail this a little bit. I want to fix this, and I want to go here. I want to move this from this level up to this level next week. Work on that next week's strategies, which could always be a thing for all of you. You take the work week or the business week to execute your plan. Saturday and Sunday are for you to recharge and put a plan together that you can, attack or put into action during the business week. Saturday and Sunday, you recharge, relax, make your plan. The business week, you execute your plan, your strategies, right? Sounds like it could be. But is it going to be longer, the episodes? I'm looking into it. I've kind of been playing around still with ideas in my head, ways that, to make sure that Forge 2.0 is a different podcast than what you're normally used to listening to. Like I said, I keep the bitching and complaining about things that people want to change in the world. We don't do that. You want change? Be the change. It's that simple. You want to see change in the world? Be the change you want to see. If you're not going to try to do that, then stop complaining about it. Honestly. And stop using a camera or your social media. I stand for this or I stand for that. Let me see. Actions speak louder than words. A little 30-second, 2-minute, 3-minute clip or a post or a reel, or you just commenting and following on somebody else's coattails to make you feel like you're important? No. Show me the change. It's not hard. Be the change you want to see. It really is that simple. Heading towards that aspect. All right, all you warriors out there. This is the Wild Man, host of Forge 2.0. I do hope I will get more people to sit and join now that they know I'm going live again. I don't know fully still how this works. I know I can have people on there, but people got to know that I'm live. I wonder if there is a way to get where it just spreads out, even though I don't have the subscribers yet, but being able to go through this, it allows me to go live. This is fantastic. So I will see everybody Friday, definitely. I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow. Still playing around. This week might be just a week of getting back into waking up at 5 and then hit, and then smashing, what's going on with everybody today. So I hope you do great things in this hump day. Get it in. I'm hoping for great things for all of you. I want to see that success. I want to hear about it. All right, this is the Wild Man signing off. I hope you all have a great day. Later.